welcome and welcome back. S.WigginsTV. It's your host with the most. Represent for the coast, worldwide Wiggins. You know, it ain't over till it's over, man. You know, it's what the people wanted, man. We gonna touch on a different hood today. We gonna get some history, get they start up, because it's very important, bro. It's Black history at the end of the day. So please give it up for Big Foots, for the one and only BLOCC Hustler Chris. What's the deal, homie?
It's the deal, Big Foots, a.k.a. Baby Tico, Eastside BLOCC Hustler Chris.
All right.
What's going on, Wiggins?
Cool it, man. Foots, man, let's take it from the tip top. How did y'all start, man?
All right, we started, we got our origins, just like a lot of other different, hoods and shit out here got our origins. We came out during the Great Migration, I like to call it, the mid-'90s, early '90s to the late '90s. Everybody was moving out here, from the city, and, you talked about that with other people. And same thing with my hood, it was started by 8 original members, the main 2 being Big Tico, my big homie, and Big Nut. Them and 6 other people, they came together. They all had different backgrounds. Nobody banged another set. None of those 8 original members banged any other set, but they all came from different places: Pasadena, the Valley, L.A., Watts, etc., etc. And so they all came together, and out here in Lancaster on 3rd Street, across the street from AV High, they made it official. They got together, they was hanging, they was hustling. Everybody else was clicked up around them and everything. So, they was already functioning and hustling together, so they decided to just come together and make it BLOCC Hustlers. This was in 1997.
All right, and at that time, was y'all cripping or was it just hustlers?
Nah, the Crip is really new. The Crip didn't get put on officially until this year, actually. On our hood day, we made a decision.
Okay.
To go ahead and go run with the Crip card. But we've been tapped in with Crips from the very beginning, from the tip top, as you say, from the very, very beginning. In addition to those 8 members, my big homie Tico, he has family from Hard Time Hustlers, and we've been tapped in with them at the very beginning. Shout out Sidekick, Big Sidekick, HTIP. That's his brother and uncle. And so we've been tapped in with them from the very beginning. They used to come out here and mess with us, kick it on the block, slap box with us, do all that stuff, bring out their little homies. And they kind of low-key looked at us like baby hards, even though we never took that, respectfully, we never took that brand. We never took that, that label. We always been indie from jump.
All right. So was it 10 for Hard Times, 10 TRE, 88?
The 10 TRE Hard Times. I said HTIP, Big Sidekick.
All right.
I got a little Sidekick. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been tapped in with them for a very long time.
All right, Foots. I got to keep it honest with you. Now I know, talking to other people that y'all reputable. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get in, y'all get cracking. But when people hear this interview and they gonna hear that, in 2024 is when y'all put the crippin' on it, they gonna bring the hatred in the comments. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but
go ahead.
Right, go ahead. Respond to that, because I got something to add to it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, man, that's what's up. I ain't really worried about other people's ideas and their opinions. The hood is the hood.
Right.
The homies that we tapped in with, they've been knowing what's up. We've been invited a long time ago, we've been invited, to put the C on a long time ago, but just the culture of my hood wouldn't allow it. The way that it started, I don't mean to cut your whistle, but going back to what I said with the 8 original members, there was, Hard Times was there. They weren't part of the hood, but they were there, and so they were encouraging the C. But the homies didn't want to put on the C because we had people from different backgrounds that didn't, they didn't necessarily rock with it one way or the other. So it became BLOCC Hustler Riders, and it stayed like that, until recently. But, recently, the newest generation of homies, they go to the pen, they get locked up, they got to walk the yards, they do what they do, have their experiences. And, you know how that process, I was like, it's just a natural evolution of the hood now. What happened, And, you know, this year we make it official, said, all right, you know, we run with the homies. Cool.
All right, that was a good point. Shout out my boy Baby Dirty. He let it be known that it's really no hustler car. So where will a Trey Block hustler function? Will it be, you know, neighborhood, or I don't know if y'all beef with gangsters still, or like which cars y'all running with?
Now, the first few generations, I'm like third generation, you know. So everybody like around my age and before me, when they hit the yards and they hit the county and all that stuff, they push different things, but it was always independent. For instance, you know, the homies, we trades, and so we in hustlers. So we automatically looked at, you know, where y'all falling under, the Crip card, the gangster card, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, homies will run Crip. Some homies will run, you know, one of my homies ran Hub and the Dub because that's where he was born and raised at, but it's still Trey Block hustlers, you know what I'm saying, kind of just ran Indy. And, you know, I had homies run 805 cars. They didn't know about no AV car, but there was an 805 car for those who didn't know.
What, 1,000 O's?
Lancaster and Pondo used to have a 805 area code. What'd you say, bro?
No, my bad. I know 805 is 1,000 Oaks or something.
Bakersfield,
okay,
area, all that type of stuff. But Palmdale, Lancaster, the dirt, they used to be 805 out here. So back then, when I was going to the pen, they did have like a little 805 car that, you know, these particular homies ran with. Me, I ran independent, homie. I've been to the pen 5 times, and, you know, my experience was different. I ran independent. I felt like, you know, like I said, just because of the culture of the hood, we always had that mindset, like, we us. Can't nobody tell us nothing. We don't click up. We don't two hood bang. It's Trey Block hustlers. We green rag. We didn't put on the black rag. We green rag. And we represent ourselves, you know, all the way. So when I got to the pen, you know, just with that culture of the hood that I was coming up in, my mindset was, if you're not from my hood or part of my family, I ain't got no obligations to you. If you solid and I fuck with you, I fuck with you. And excuse me, if I message, you know, if you solid and I message you, I message you. And I do that the long way, you know, but that's what real ones on. You never know who a crash out or a crash dummy. So, you know, I just kind of ducked all of that. And, you know, the way I ran my program specifically was just different than a lot of other people's experience. You know what I'm saying? I was where I was from, et cetera, et cetera. Now, the new homies, younger homies, you know, past my generation and stuff, you know, they fall in right up with the trade. They ran with the gangster card, you know, no neighborhood card, you know what I'm saying? Because that trade, you know, has caused a lot of issues. Well, not a lot of issues. It's caused certain, you know, issues with, you know, on the yard and stuff because of that trade. So, because of the 3. Okay. So the younger homies, they run with the C. You know, they run with the Crip card. That's how it's been for a few years. You know what I'm saying? They go in there, they running with the gangsters, you know, with trades, or they running with the, you know, just the Crips in general.
All right. Now, you mentioned that you had hobbies that didn't necessarily come from Crip backgrounds and maybe even blood, you know, from what I'm, you know, using context clues and I'm reading between the lines, you know what I'm saying? How do those homies feel about y'all turning Crips now?
Now, so there has been a bit of a division, kinda. So it's actually East Side Trey Block Hustler Crip and Dark Side Trey Block Hustler Riders, or Dark Side Trey Block Hustler. You know, the hood actually started off as Dark Side Trey Block Hustlers. You know that. So that was the original homies. You know, now that, you know, like I said, everybody wasn't really with the C back then, but, you know, that's 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago. And so, you know, it's a new generation, they taking the reins, and they kind of just fall under, but we do have homies that's like, no, I'm still representing just straight Trey Block Hustlers. You know what I'm saying? And that's the dark side. So we do have East Side Trey Block Hustler Crip and Dark Side Trey Block Hustlers, but it's the same thing. We all still homies, it's still same hood. We just got, you know, the older heads is like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're still just Trey Block Hustlers. I embrace the C. Even though I'm a general, you know, I'm considered one of the older homies. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be 40 years old. I embrace the C because that's just the way the hood is going. You know what I'm saying? I rock with the hood. Not only that, but I still got stuff to contribute to the hood. I can show these young niggas how to be elope. You know what I'm saying? Give them a different example of elope, so, and not just let them out here just doing whatever with they cripping. You feel me? So.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Coming to Lancaster, who was some of the hoods y'all was bumping heads with?
Oh, man. Historically speaking, the very first beef was with the CMs, the Crazy Minded, essays. And that was pretty serious, even though, you know what I'm saying, it got squashed before anybody lost their life. You know what I'm saying? But that was our first official beef with the CMs. And past that, and it's all respect with them now, you know what I'm saying? But after that, a couple of other Mexican hoods, DLCs, that type of thing. We didn't had little small altercations with the BIGs. They the homies really, and ain't really no funk with them. But in the early days, it was a little, some hiccups and some altercations that kind of just dragged over the years, but never really turned into no full-fledged nothing. And, man, just a bunch of little small skirmishes. As far as the hoods out there, I'll say this. I don't consider everybody out here, a hood. There's certain standards that, I use to determine, to take a clique or a hood seriously out here. And it's only a handful of them. You feel me?
So why don't you tell us the hoods that you consider
Go ahead.
hoods? Why don't you tell us the hoods that you consider hoods?
The hoods that I consider hoods?
Yeah.
I consider Front Mob a hood, and one of those standards is because I never ran into any Front Mob gangster that banged something else on the low. You know what I'm saying? Every Front Mob gangster I met, Front Mob gangsters. Not only that, but like us, they have a certain culture in their hood. You know what I'm saying? Speaking from the outside, Speaking from the outside looking in, they have a certain culture. What I mean is, it don't matter if you see 10 of them niggas or you see 2 of them niggas, they're going to be programming the same. It don't matter where they at. You could tell, a Front Mob nigga just by the way that they program. You know what I'm saying? That's because they got that culture within their hood. That's important. In the established hood, you know what I'm saying, they have a certain way that they get down and a certain structure that's evident in the way that they carry themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's evident of the structure. Front Mob is one. BIG is another. PIN's another. Black Menace and Bop, I gotta give it to Bop. They are a hood, you know what I'm saying, in my eyes. This is all in my eyes and my opinion now. I don't mean no disrespect. But the Black Menace is so-so. And there are a couple of Mexican hoods out here that are real gangs. You know what I'm saying? So,
what about Nothing Nice Gangster Crips, the 9-1 Murder Mafia Crips, the Palmdale Gangsters, and the Penthouse Player?
Palmdale Gangsters. I'll try to go down the list. Palmdale Gangsters, they was a real thing. I've met a couple of them. They was G's. They were older cats. They were in their 50s, and I probably met them, 10 years ago or so. And they was cool, and they was still representing. They weren't necessarily banging, but they was representing. You know what I'm saying? And so they was around. So therefore, I can't really consider them a hood out there anymore. So they don't really have much. They got who else? The Nothing Nice Gangsters. This is solid. You know what I'm saying? But as far as I know, the dudes that I know from Nothing Nice also bang something else. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of disqualified them in my eyes as a hood. They're click. You know what I'm saying? Who else is missing? Penthouse Players. I ain't heard of nothing from them in years and years. They are like no longer out here. They've been gone for almost 20 years probably. I forgot who else you might have mentioned. Murder Mafia. Now I do remember a Murder Mafia. I can't remember if it was Murder Mafia or Murder Gang. But if it's just the same clique that I'm thinking about, they was with the business. And they used to have like boys over here that used to live in my hood. And they was solid. We was actually looking at recruiting them dudes. It was some youngsters, et cetera, that was with the business. And so they used to live in the hood. We used to like court them. They showed respect to us, called us big homies and all that. If that's the same Murder Mafia or Murder Gang that I'm thinking of, them was cool, but they still weren't a hood.
All right. Who's some of the LA hoods that y'all bump heads with, man?
Now, I be hearing people talk about that, and my perspective is slightly different too. We bump heads with quite a few LA hoods, but individuals from the hood. It ain't like they hood just is sending people out here for us, and because it's beef and it's war. There ain't been no city hoods that just call all out war against us, but we've had plenty of skirmishes. We've had plenty of things that we had to situations. We had plenty of situations. For example, I'll just name a couple. A-Trades. Who else?
Wait. Before you go any further, like, what was what did you bump heads with the A-Trades about?
We bumped heads with them because there's a from A-Trade. His son got put on the hood, and from A-Trade didn't like that. They approached the homie, and they jumped him. And they jumped him because of that. Had a pistol and everything, yada, yada, yada. And so it caused a little friction, and, whatever ensued. But like I said, it be individuals, not like, I don't consider that, against A-Trade. I consider that against them representatives of A-Trade. You know what I'm saying?
All right, for sure.
As a for instance. PDLs, not the LA ones, but the Pasadena ones.
Yeah.
We've had a very strained relationship with them. Very, very strained, relationship with them. But it gets convoluted because it probably would have been beef, man. But it gets convoluted because all the blood ties, all the family ties, between each hood or whatever.
Okay. Man.
And neighborhoods, different neighborhoods, but the neighborhoods, it be dudes that, like I keep saying, individuals. Even if it's a group of dudes out here, and they pushing something, pushing 6-0, pushing whatever, and we get bump heads with them. You see others from the same hood, like they don't know nothing about nothing. They ain't the hood. It's, it be individuals, a bunch of personal stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you think that the fact that you guys bump heads with the neighborhoods caused y'all to say, hey, well, nah, man, we gonna push gangsters?
You gonna push what?
Because you said earlier, you said you guys not running neighborhood, you running gangsters in the system.
Yeah. It's the trade. It's the trade that really make us, they fall up under the gangster card, make homies fall up under the gangster card when they be going in, We push that trade. We love the trade.
All right, for sure. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm starting to set a new standard, man, because I don't like asking everybody the same questions. But,
good.
I interviewed my boy Knight from Altadena Block Crip, and he gave a dope story, man. So I know as a street, you know better than to, say something incriminating over here. So if you could give us a non-incriminating story, be it in the street, just to give everybody a taste of the street life, if they never seen, or they want to look down on Lancaster, like something, one of them crazy stories, man, that's not incriminating, man.
A crazy story that's not incriminating, that's hard. That's hard.
But past the statute of limitations, man, or time served, something, man.
Oh man, I got some crazy stories. I'm trying to think of one I could maybe share. That's counterintuitive right there. You could be online talk about shit. Okay, I can't really think of much. I'll just share this one since it's one of the first ones that pop in my head. We got to with the BLC, that's a Mexican hood, BLC Threshold. I was there. I was walking with about 4 or 5 of my homies. We was young, so we was walking from my hood to beach where the TGs was. Not to mess with the TGs, but just because, I was a spot over there, sell dope over there, etc. So we pushing there. We going from I to Avenue I, Division or Sierra to Beach. Anybody from the dirt listening, they know where we at. And instead of walking all the way down Beach, we cut up to Cedar, and walking down Cedar. So we get to J, and we just clowning and stuff, and we go to cross the street. As soon as we step in the street to cross the street, we get hit up by these two essays. And they banging their stuff, BLC this, BLC that. You know what I'm saying? We cross the street, and the homies banging back. They get to whistling. So, they whistling. I'm looking for a spot for us to go. Right across the street is a car wash, like a do-it-yourself car wash. So I'm like, come on, let's go over there. We flag them, wave them over there. Like, come over here. So we meet up we cross the street. We get to the car wash first. They get over there. So big dude about my size, about 6'4", big dude, big heavy set dude. And then it's a little dude, 5 foot something. And they get over there, and they banging their stuff, the homies banging. The homies diss them, diss BLC, whatever. And the big dude get hot. He say, what? And he pull out a big old machete, probably about a foot long. So what?
Oh,
But then the little dude pulled out something chunky, like a 4.5. Yeah, we was all liking. I'm not gonna lie, we was liking. We was young dudes. We was liking. And this dude pulled out this 4.5. You know what I'm saying? And damn. Now, and our back against the wall. We had to get a little. You know what I'm saying? We hit the cut. You know what I'm saying? We hit the edge of the car wash onto the TG Street, right on Cedar. Now, but we turn around. One of the homies is gone. He's missing. And all we hear is busting. Boom, boom. He chasing him down the homie went another way. The essay is chasing him down the alleyway, busting. Boom, 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 boom. So we like, damn. We turn around. We look at turn around toward the car wash. It's like 8 to 10, maybe more Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? At the car wash, and they won't leave the car wash though. I'll give it up for the TG because they did not want to cross into their hood. Oh. You know what I'm saying? So while we wait, we about to run back over there to the essay because they over there. As we do that, a car drive up to us, passes about 20 feet. A little young dude pop out, you know what I'm saying, and with the hood on, the car pull off. He come up and he bang on us, you know what I'm saying. We bang on him, you know what I'm saying. All right, Trey Block us. He said, man, y'all know where you at? Oh yeah, we know where we at. Where you can TG? Yeah, what's going on over here? We talking about the messing. I'm like, yeah, man, they caught us black. They chasing the homie. Man, you got a thing? And solid nigga, I ain't gonna say his name, but solid nigga, he, slid us what he had. You know what I'm saying? And we turned around, ran back over there like we was finna get down and got off. You know what I'm saying? And then got off.
That's gangster.
Went back, you know what I'm saying? Ran back, gave it to gave the thing back to the boy, got his name. Like, you was a solid nigga. You know what I'm saying? Got him bounced. We was cool with the TG after that. We was cool with him before that, but that little dude, he forever had my love after that.
Damn, that's a real nigga, man. Damn, that was hard. For sure.
Yeah, there's been a lot of issues in the dirt. They really go down in the dirt. People get it twisted. People think that we on LA time, like you walk in here and this gonna happen to you. It ain't always like that, you know what I'm saying? It's way too many people. There's always new people coming in and out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the same, but it go down up here. Most definitely go down out here. It's just a different type of, different type of program.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it seems like you guys don't really beef with black hoods that much. Is it accurate?
Well, we've clashed. Like I said, we've clashed, but ain't nothing really turned into no all-out beef with none of the hoods out here. You know what I'm saying? So there's been the young homies, you know what I'm saying? The young homies, they be getting into it with stuff. They be getting into it with the Bobs. They be getting into it with the, a few years ago at least, they was getting into it with the IGs, and we thought, stuff. But it ain't, nah. It's more so like little personal stuff that flare up. It ain't been no all-out war with none of the black hoods out here.
All right. Are you guys part of the Hustler Nation thing?
Yeah, we part of the Hustler Nation. Mr. CR, I don't know if you know Mr. CR from Eastside Hustle.
Yeah, I just
He
interviewed.
did a video with yeah. He did an interview with yeah, you did. I think I did see a clip of that or something. But he did an interview with Street TV like 5-6 years ago now or something like that, where he talked a little bit about the Hustle Nation and he shouted out the hood. Yeah, we've been messing with the Hustle Nation since about what, 2014, 15?
Oh,
yeah, we even hosted
hosted
the Hustle Nation picnic out here in the land, in the dirt.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's all. So who's some of the hoods that because it's a bunch of hustlers I've been trying to get in contact with, like low bottom hustlers, Mac Thug hustlers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's some of the hoods that really come out there and function with y'all, or really embrace?
Well, the low bottoms, we close with the low bottoms. We pretty close with the low bottoms. You know what I'm saying? They used to live. A few of them used to live over here in the hood, and they still come out here and mess with us. Like I said, the hard times is forever. Like they like family, bro. You know what I'm saying? They like family. The hard times is family. But the low bottoms for sure. They probably the closest to it, but we function with all of them. We function with all the hustlers. Go out to the city, you know what I'm saying, mess with the low bottoms, mess with the east side, you know what I'm saying, different sets, mess with the hard times, different sets. You know what I'm saying, yeah. It's all for our hustlers, even though them niggas far, I'm gonna be going way up there. Yeah, we mess with them too. We mess with all the dudes.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Fuss, man, it was a pleasure, man. You know what I'm saying? I love that story and that history, man. I appreciate it.
Man, likewise. I appreciate what you're doing. I don't mean to cut your wisdom, bro. But, I appreciate what you're doing for real. It is important that we have accurate history out here in the dirt. And I hope the young dudes that be listening to this and listening to these interviews and stuff, I hope they really grasp that we at the beginning of something out here, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like Bakersfield was. Bakersfield was small and a bunch of people moved up from L.A. and established it out there. Now they out there, they got, an established thing out there. Same thing is happening out here in the dirt. Great migration, man. We went from like 35,000 out here, 40,000 out here to 130,000 in the course of a few years. So, to document everything that's been happening in the course of all of that, that's dope, bro. Shout out to you. Keep doing your thing, man.
Man, thanks a lot, bro. Real talk, man. Well, you got it here first, man. Trey Block Hustlers. Yep. Big Fuzz.
Trey Block Hustlers.
We out here.
Third gang.